There we go. It should be back now with the proper delay and everything. Yeah, so Abiogenesis is obviously a very weird map in general, but um, it's TVT, so it probably won't be anything super out of the ordinary. It's like in mirror matchups, map balance doesn't really come into play in the same way. Hold on, let me just turn off the Discord thing because it's driving me nuts. It's probably driving you nuts too. But yeah, it's like it in other matchups like CVP and other things, Zerg has a pretty big advantage because they have such a short rush distance. But in TVT, it's just basically all it means is that aggressive playstyles are rewarded, right? That's all it means. Um, yeah, so it looks like a pretty standard opening from both players. The only difference is that Melon went for, um, or did not go for a gas first, while Kronk did. So he's going to have the faster factory, uh, but obviously slightly slower Reaper. Not that it makes much of a difference. But, a little bit less minerals. So far it's more of an economic opening, especially with this really fast command center from Melon. Um, while it's more of an aggressive opening from Kronk. Especially with the double gas. So that's interesting. He goes double gas off one base. So this is probably going to be some sort of Banshee play. That's the most common thing to see with this. Um, I don't really know what else you do with double gas off one base. You can do some other stuff like maybe a Cyclone. Yeah, okay, so he's building Cyclones. Maybe it's, uh, well, I'd imagine it was reactored Cyclone if he was going to do like a Cyclone push. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I am, of course, not a Terran player, so I am just going off what I know about the matchup, um, about the race. I mean, uh, as a humble Protoss player, I hope you'll forgive me for not knowing exactly what you do with two gases this early as Terran. And yeah, this is what I mean though, right? He's still on two gases really early. His command center is super late comparatively. He still hasn't thrown down anything like aggressive, right? He basically has the same production that Melon has, just um, later command centers. I don't know what the plan was here for uh, Kronk, but it does not seem like it worked out the way he wanted it to. Maybe his plan was to go Banshees or something, and he got scouted, which I didn't see. But yeah. Anyway, so some light harassment going on with Reapers. He of course went two Reapers compared to the one of Melon, which gives you a slight early game advantage. But I mean, does not seem like it did too much here. And yeah, basically the early pressure from Kronk here has done almost nothing. He's lost two Reapers so far for just a few Marines. This, however, is a really bad fight for Melon. He's lost his Cyclone. He lost all of his Marines almost. Yeah, he shows a really bad fight there. Fighting into Cyclones without Cyclones of your own this early is really rough. So I guess this is what the earlier gases bought him: faster Cyclones. Um, it's gonna even out the fact that he had a command center earlier. They're uneven workers and all that compared to what it, before this push. Is very much the opening favored Melon, but no longer. Yeah. All right, so it'll be interesting to see where they both go from here. So far, they're both just going into standard play, like a starport after this. But yeah, you see Melon throwing down barracks, so that means he is at least going for bioplay. Right? You don't go three barracks mech, so it's gonna be some sort of bioplay from Melon. Okay, we see a small skirmish here. So far, not go. Oh, that was a really bad fight for Kronk. He completely overestimated the Cyclones there. Ran him in. Like I think two of them had really low HP as well, so he lost Cyclones for almost no real value there. All right, so what went from an even game is now, a lot less even. It looks even, but like the army supply is different. The production is a lot higher. Like these two barracks are just being built now, but his barracks are finished. He's getting stim. His stim hasn't even started. his tech lab hasn't even started, right? Yeah, he doesn't have a tech lab yet. He does have a faster tank, but like Stim Marines are honestly quite good against low numbers of tanks. So I don't know. I'm liking this for Melon so far. He's looking real solid so far. Hmm. All right, so interesting that both players chose to go bio. I've heard that a biogenesis is a pretty good mech map, which makes sense because it's kind of like it's very easy to close off free bases, right? You can just make tanks here, some tanks here, like a line like this, and you can cover your base and then just have turrets, over here and over here, and you're pretty much safe from all kind of bio pushes. But yeah, both players irrelevant this game, of course, because they're both going bio. But again, you can really see this clear advantage from Melon that he has basically like a 30-second stim timing. That's faster, and even more on combat shields probably. Maybe it's not 30 seconds. Maybe it's more like 15. But you get the point, right? It's a pretty big difference still. So like if Melon hits with a big push, which I know, like it kind of seems like he would, right? Because he knows he killed a bunch of cyclones and stuff. If he runs in here with split up marines that don't take too bad of tank volleys with stim versus not stim, he'll probably just crush through this and he'll kill everything. But he would have to move out. Yeah, right now. Okay, so he's moving out. This is the push that I was talking about. He's gonna have combat shields and stim, and Kronk is gonna have neither. They're both gonna have +1 at least, so that's at least something good. But he's gonna have 1/1. He's gonna have +1 armor as well. So he's gonna be up 1 upgrade, and he's gonna have stim and combat shields. Ooh. All right, so this is really bad for Kronk that he moved out here. If he gets flanked here, he'll probably lose everything because Uh, and he gets into a really good position here with his tanks. Melon does. He's even going to break down the rocks to separate himself from Kronk. And from here, there's almost no good decisions if you're the defending Terran. Like you can't really what do you do against this counterattack? Like you can't run down this ramp. Obviously, especially not when the rocks are down. You can't fight tanks like down a cliff like this. Especially not if it lifts up some units here. Like this is looking really rough for the yellow Terran right now, orange Terran. Yeah, and I love this Cyclone play too. Like just sneaking out in behind the mineral line, killing some SCVs. Big counterattack from Kronk though, and it doesn't seem like Melon was prepared for this at all, which is kind of strange because like this is basically all you can do when you're stuck in this position is you have to counterattack. That's what happened. So probably like what he should have done was put some Marines here, like 1 or 2 Marines here, so he sees the push coming, and he can send home units faster. He is going to clean up all the Marines, but he's taking a lot of SCV losses. That being said, he is even on SCVs anyway because of how much damage he's done. So like both players are pretty bruised here, but I don't like obviously Melon is still in a way better position, especially if he gets these tanks out alive. Which I hope he does. Hopefully he picks them up with the medevac. Yeah, good. He gets 1 out. All right, so looking at the position of both players here, Melon has to have third base on the way. He's got 2-2 almost done. Like 2-2 Marines versus 1-1 isn't even close. Like the difference is astronomical. Like Marine upgrades are so important, especially in TVT, but like always pretty much, right? So even though like the tank numbers are in favor of Kronk, he's not going to have any. Like, if the 2-2 finishes, he pretty much cannot fight this amount of Marines. Like, the Marines will kill everything if they're spread out. If they run in a clump, 4 tanks can just blow them all up. But if they hit from, like, with a good concave from different directions, they'll kill everything before anything gets killed. I do hope Melon, like, sees the fact that he has a 2-2 versus 1-1 advantage, because he should definitely try and find a fight here. Like, if he comes in with the Marines right here, he would kill every tank, and he would lose like a few Marines. Like, his army is just far superior right now in terms of quality because of that. Anyway, so Kronk trying to set up some sort of strange contain here, while I guess dropping into the natural. And this drop is going to get in here, which is, it's obviously good for Kronk, but again, he has an upgrade deficit when it comes to Marines, so his Marines will lose out in the fight quite badly. And there is a medevac with Marines from Melon over here. And again, these are 2-2 Marines. Like, cannot stress this enough. 2-2 Marines are so different from 1-1 Marines. Like, the difference is really big. I honestly think these Marines will beat these in a straight up fight if he fights them, but he focused them command center, so we don't get to see it. All right. Still, everything settled. He's on 3 bases to 2. Melanus. He's kind of being contained, but like, what is this contain really doing? Nothing really. He's just keeping him mining. That's like, it's like, don't leave your base, but also you're gonna mine more than me, so you'll have a bigger army eventually. And we see it in the supply, right? It's a 20 supply lead. A lot of it's in workers so far, right? He's up 20 workers. He's up 20 supply. But the upgrade lead is still there. He was really late on his 3-3. That's something we gotta give him some flack for, because Kronk's +2 started after Melon's +2 was finished. And still, it was his 3-3, it finished before his 3-3 started. So, yeah. Anyway, so some small skirmishes here. Units lost not looking great for Melon, but he has mine more. And wow, he's going after the command center. Oh no! No repair from the SCVs. But there is a counterattack at the same time, killing his 3rd command center. And there is no way in hell Kronk is going to break this. So basically it's just going to turn into... Like, neither player is really mining right now. They've mined out their main bases and their naturals. And there is nothing at home right now. It's just SCVs versus 2-2 Marines. Oh no, this is not good for Kronk. Yeah, he's going to lose every SCV. It's down to 12 workers right now. Yeah, okay, that might have just been the GG move right there. You do not want to fight Marines with SCVs, let me tell you. It's a Protoss player. I know this, although in my case they would be probes. And he's going to fly over that turret and lose all the medevacs, but I mean, if you just look at this from like an economical standpoint, it's 70 SCVs versus 8. And his army is bigger as well. He has better upgrades. He has better everything. Still hasn't started +2 armor, but I mean, he is kind of low on money, so I understand why, in a way. But yeah, like, Kronk is just, he's all in, basically. He has to attack him now, because he's not going to get any more money anytime soon. Like, this is as big as his army's going to get, and his army right now is smaller. And he's going to have to attack into better upgrades, up a ramp, and a defensive position, so yeah, this is pretty much never gonna work. Even if he gets like the best engagement ever, which he shouldn't because there's a sensor tower, so he'll see him here now. Yeah, like Melon will just siege up here and he'll make sure he never gets in. Where is his Marines though? Melon really underestimated this. He didn't bring his Marines up. He left his tanks undefended, and it still doesn't matter. That's the incredible part. I think that fight went as poorly as it could have for Melon, as good as it could have for Kronk, and it still probably won't matter. Like, I think he lost like something like 4 tanks there for free, and it's still, he's doubling the Marine count. He's still mining. He has better upgrades. Kronk isn't mining at all. He's not getting any more money. Like, every second that goes by is just a really good one for Melon. This is a good drop though, especially if you move command your Marines in like that. Uh, but this will get cleaned up eventually, and when it is, that's pretty much all of his army. His army is now like three tanks and what? How many Marines? 20. Okay, 25 Marines isn't that bad, but I don't know. Like Melon can just afford to trade so poorly, and he is honestly he's trading quite poorly in terms of army versus army right now. But it doesn't matter. He just has he has economy, and his opponent does not. So as long as he doesn't get broken here, he'll kill him every time. Oh, and he catches him on siege right here. And these are 3/3 Marines, +3 Marines against not +3, and that's GG. All right, not the world's most interesting last 5 minutes there because we pretty much knew he was dead, right? We knew Kronk was dead because he had 12 SCVs against 72. But still, valiant effort for sure. Hmm. All right. So it's going to be interesting to see what the next game is. I do have the spreadsheet here, so I can look it up if I can find the thing. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's going to be John next. This is a little interesting because, yeah, I've got about 20 minutes before I have to leave. Uh, Unfortunately, I was asked to last minute to cast this, and I am kind of double booked. I'm supposed to have a clan war in about 40 minutes, and yeah, so in about 20 to 30 minutes I have to leave. But until then, we're gonna get to watch John, also known as Goon, play against some player from Oath. I love how I'm the caster and I'm the one telling them to hurry up because I'm kind of in a rush. There we go. Hmm. So it seems like they're having issues inviting this guy. I think it's this guy, Colombo, who's going to be the next player. Let's check out his profile. He's at 4,500, 4,400 MMR Protoss. So it's going to be a TVP. Uh, Sup, Lumpy. I love how you called me sexy after you called me fake faith yesterday. Nice, well done. Anyways, yeah, so it's gonna be. I had the pleasure of playing John in PvT yesterday. It was a pretty great game. I actually won for once, which is unusual for me against John because I consider him to be a better player than me. But he was trying out some new cool builds, so I'll spoil it a little bit for you. So what he did against me was um, he did this sort of um, strange 2 Widowmine drop while he had 4 or 5 Hellions run at my front. And obviously, if you don't have a wall against that, you will always lose like 30 probes to the fucking Hellions because they're ridiculous. Well, you won't lose 30, but you'll lose 15. Because 4 Hellions will just massacre probes. Um, so if John goes for that kind of build, it's going to be all about whether or not Colombo has a wall in and whether or not he sees the medevac coming because there's 2 things that can kill you there. Like, right, the mines can destroy all your probes in your main, or the Hellions get in and they kill all your probes in your natural. Uh, it's a tricky build to deal with. I was able to deal with it because I kind of knew it was coming. I managed to scout it, and then I had a wall in, and I had some stalkers in my main because I know John likes his mine drops. But we'll see. We'll see if John attempts that kind of build this time. All right, I'm gonna introduce the players this time because I forgot to do it last time. Because last minute. Anyway, so spawning down in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Terran for PsiX John. And then spawning in the top left corner of the map, we have the green Protoss for Oath Colombo. Right, so interesting location to wall in here by Colombo. I guess it kind of makes sense. It's like the anti-Reaper wall, because there isn't, on Asset Plant, right, there's no jump location you can really wall in. You can wall in this one if you want. You can wall in this one, kind of. Shouldn't matter, though, because you should have an Adept or a Stalker here blocking it, making sure they can't jump without getting killed. But he chooses to block behind this mineral line, right? So the Reaper will have a harder time sneaking in and killing probes. Which, I'm not saying is bad in any way. It's definitely a good plan. All right, so far standard opening from both players. Gate Gas Nexus versus Rax Gas CC. Pretty much the bread and butter of every opening in PvT. And this is a big deal. So like he goes for his second pylon at his natural, right? That's really smart because this is the one you will use to wall, right? You just plop down one gate here, and then put some stalkers in between and maybe a pylon and you're fine. And then Hellions can't get in, right? It's really important that it's the second pylon because there are some builds that hit you before your third pylon is ready. Like some Hellion builds, like the one PsiX Kuna is kind of famous for nowadays. He does it every time versus me in customs, and it destroys me even though I know it's coming. He just makes a Reaper and then 4 Hellions immediately off a reactor and rushes across the map, and he just uses the grenade to bop the Stalker out of the way, and he runs in with Hellions. But that's not what John is going for this time. He's going for his normal factory timing with mines. This is pretty much good against everything opening, right? It defends you against oracles because you can place that mine in a mineral line, and it will usually kill the oracle when it comes in if the Protoss is not really on top of it and sees the burrow thing. And it also gives you some really good harassment options, right? Because Widow Mine drops are still a thing. Don't believe what the people, like a lot of people were talking about when they changed the Widow Mine so it got spotted after it fires, that it would turn into a useless unit. But Widow Mine drops are still really deadly because if you miss it for 1 second, right? If the medevac sneaks in from an angle that you don't see, right? You can see here that Colombo doesn't see right here. So if the mine drop flies in right here and then gets the drop off, it can kill like 15 probes. And if you lose 15 probes, you lose the game. You're not supposed to come back from that. Yeah, so that is what we're seeing right here with a mine drop. It is maybe going to. All right, again, need to see that vision. Yeah. So he does see the medevac coming. The question is, did he see it, right? So far, no stalkers in the main. He has some in his natural. How many gates? Where's this? Yeah, okay. So he's on 3 gate, 1 robo, blink for 30 expand. This is pretty much the build I do every game and most Protosses do every game. Yeah, so he sees this. So this is going to do minimal to no damage. It looks like John might not even get the Widow Mines out. I gets 1 out. All right, it's better than nothing. Yeah, so far, really good defense by Colombo. He's getting a fast third. and John is doing his textbook tank push that he does very, very often. He throws in a twist though. Most people, most Terrans, when they play tank pushes, do like a siege up at your third base, like right here and stuff, and then you push. He usually likes the elevator into the main or somewhere, and then he sits behind your mineral line, kind of like here or here, which gives the Zealots a lot less room. So the tanks are a lot deadlier because they don't get surrounded immediately and stuff. Ooh, I did not see. How many kills did this? It looks like the Widowmine got 2 more kills. It's good. He will lose the mine now. He does not lose the medevac. That's the most important one, so that's good. So overall, I think 4 SCVs, 5 probes killed. Probably one of those was a scouting probe. Not bad. Not what he hoped for though. When you go in mine drop, you want that sick, 6 probe hit that you get sometimes with one mine, but does not happen this time. But yeah, here comes the drop I was talking about. So most people just walk over here, and set up at the third base, but John is going to go into the main. And there are a lot of there is some merit to this idea because you can kill a forge here, and the Protoss isn't watching here. He's sitting at his third base. He thinks you're going to push that. And he's going to get a really nice siege up here. He's going to be able to threaten a lot of things and get a lot of 3 shots off. Ooh, that's a really risky blink. I don't know about that blink. Yeah, no, that was way too aggressive. He's going to lose pretty much everything here. He's going to lose every unit. There's still a tank alive, and yeah, he's out of units. Charge is only halfway done. This is bad. How many gates does he have? 6 gates. That's a decent amount. He's gonna lose his Templar Archives though. He's gonna lose. Like if John sees these forges, should just pick them off, or the pylon at least. Yeah, this is like one of the sickest pylon snipes you can get, stopping the +1/+1 and 3 gateways. Oh no, John, kill it! Oh no, he got super greedy and he fucked it up. Oh my god, that's such a fucking John moment too. How many HP does it? This has 7 HP. This 7 HP pylon. And he picked up the 5 Marines, and he lost 2 medevacs trying to snipe that. Like if he had just shot this for another second and then pick it up, he would have lost nothing. Instead, he loses 2 medevacs and doesn't get the the pylon. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. Alright. That aside, he is in a very, very good position in this game. He's killed so many Protoss units, and this push, honestly, I cannot really see Columba holding this push. And again, with the forward blink, no, you blink after the Zealots charge. You don't blink before they do, because you're just going to lose all your Stalkers. He blinks too early, so you charge him with the Zealots and then you blink. So the Zealots are tanking. But yeah, pretty much a textbook game by Goon. This is how every TVP I watch with this guy looks. He does this build or the Hellion one, and usually his opponent just dies to the tank push because it's, to be honest, it's a really scary push. But yeah, GG. Great game. Yeah, and you can really see the army difference go up here. Here's when the fight happened. It's when the fight happened. You just lost everything. You went down to almost no army supply. You never want that to happen as Protoss. You always want to trade like Protoss should trade against a tank push really well because you have Zealot Stalker, right? And you have the better economy. But yeah, I don't know. Other than the misstep at the with the pylon, pretty much a near flawless game from Goon. Ooh, excuse me, my voice is cutting out because it's so warm in my room. So running out of lubricant, let's just say. All right, so next game, Um, Potentially the last one is going to be Lumpy playing for PsiX, and then I don't know who from Oath. Well, while they're asking me to invite, I literally know no one. I was like, for this you don't know, I was literally asked like 4 minutes before the thing if I could cast, and I was like, yeah, I have 40 minutes until my clan war. I'll do this. uh, it's pretty cool. All right. So in this small interim, I think I'm gonna run and grab some water because I am in desperate need of it. All right, there we go. All right, so it's gonna be Lumpy versus Ravar. Uh, Ravar is a 4K Zerg, and Lumpy, I don't actually know much about Lumpy, even though I'm on his team. So the score is 2-0. Sorry about that. Uh, um, 2-0 to PsiX. Um, yeah, and Lumpy is a 4.1k Terran. So this should be a relatively even matchup. TVC, one of the better matchups in the game. I think you'll all agree. Uh, even me, even a Protoss player like me, will admit that this matchup is very, very cool. It's on Neon Violet as well. That's a really large map, right? So it could potentially turn into a very long macro game, which we'd all like to see, wouldn't we? All right. So spawning in the top uh, left of the map, we have PsiX's Red Terran Lumpy. And in the bottom right of Neon Wild Square, by the way, we have the Orange Zerg from Oath, Ravar. And already we're seeing some spicy stuff here from Lumpy. So he's sending out 2 SCVs and a third one. So it's going to be the trusty 3 racks, proxy 3 racks build. It's going to be the Mario Classic, right? So it's going to be interesting to see then. Yeah, so this is going to be a hatch first. So already this is not looking great for Oath's Ravar. This is essentially what you're hoping for as Terran. Of course, if the Zerg... Oh no, he's not moving his Overlord. Yeah, so he's not going to see this. Where's this SCV going? I see it's gonna go 2 racks. So it is the... Oh, with a gas? Okay, so this I have not seen. So is this the Beyond build, I guess? Mass Reaper, maybe? Like, what's with the gas? Or is he just gonna build a factory at home? He could just build a factory at home. I don't know why I'm over-analyzing this. Yeah, it's probably just gonna be Marine bunker push, Maru style, and then he's gonna make... and yeah, this is a really late pool too. He went gas pool, hatch gas pool. Yeah, he's in trouble. Rayvar's in deep trouble. There's going to be like 4 Marines here soon. And a pretty decent amount of SCVs. So as long as he micros the SCVs, he shouldn't lose any. But he lost 1. It's fine though. As long as he doesn't lose 2, he'll get some bunkers up. Yeah, and then he's going to use this gas to most likely just wall in here with a factory or something. So he can follow this up at home once he's killed the hatch. Yeah, and as long as he keeps the spines from finishing by sending the Marines forward, which he should do, and keeps up Marine production, there should be almost no way he loses to this. He doesn't kill the hatch, I mean. And no cancel on the spines as well. Ooh. Yeah, you can almost sense the panic in the Zerg right now. He's getting a queen out, but he lost 2 links immediately. 1 spine got up, but 1 spine he gets 2 bunkers with 6 Marines. It's half HP too, so if he moves the spine like here to try and snipe the bunker, right? He'll just micro forward the Marines and kill it. Ooh, alright, good. Don't lose any Marines if you don't have to. Yeah, and the gas is just going to be for that factory at home. He's late on his supply depot, so he's going to get supply blocked here for a second. If he doesn't, no supply call down. So I don't think this spine, this spine is not in range. He needs to move it a little bit up. And yeah, I think honestly, like Lumpy can just maneuver around the spines and he'll be fine. There are going to be 16 links coming out, but oh no, he moved the queens up. You're losing your queens, Rayvar. All right, so what Rayvar needs to do right now is just buy time for the spines, right? But this is not how you buy time for the spines. You're losing all your links. All right, so he is probably going to clean this up, but like look at how inefficiently he's trading right now. Like the units lost this is very telling, and I mean the Terran isn't by no means all in with this. He has a follow up behind this. He's on better worker count. He's up 5 workers, you know. And Rayvar is still not mining from this base. And he is making a lot of links, but links are not going to break a Terran that has a wall in with, you know, Marine Cyclone Hellion. Alright, so this is going to signal the end of this push, right? So he should lift these barracks. He probably should have lifted them a bit ago, because, you know, anything that he makes out of these is just going to get caught by links now. And it looks like the Zerg is just going to go straight into Roach Point. So this is probably going to be a Ravager all in, right? He is not mining from 2 gases, so maybe not. But I don't see what other options he has. He could drone up super hard, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't know enough about this matchup to know what's going to happen now. Good news for Rayvar is that Lumpy did not expand. He could have built a command center up here, right, and floated it down right now, and it would have been really good. He would have been in even better of a position, right? But he did not do that, so he's going to be 1 base Terran against 2 base Zerg with around equal worker count. Yeah, so this is pretty much... This is looking like some really scary Banshee Hellbat push, right? Like he's going to throw down an armory soon. And there's going to be Hellbat Banshee pushing. Which can be really scary for Zerg. Still no armory though, but, you know, we'll see. Rayvar is making Ravagers as a response to the Hellions, and a lot of Roaches. And yeah, you're not going to get in here yet. Banshee, however, does kill the Queen. It's now gone ham on the drones. There's no more Queens, is there? Now there is another one, and some bad micro from Lumpy. Means that he's going to lose the Banshee, right? Before Cloak finishes. I'm seeing a lot of mistakes from Lumpy here. Not to harp too much on him, but like his armory is very late if he was going to go for a Hellbat push, because there are a lot of Roaches now. Now pretty much no push is going to work anymore. Zerg is established on 2 bases and making a lot of Roaches. Oh wow, he's going to pulling the boys, man. This is going to be like a really all-in Hellbat push, but losing that Banshee is such a big deal because of that. Like if he had 3 Banshees here, it would be so much better than 2. Like Banshees is what kills these the Roaches, right? Like Hellbats don't kill Roaches. All right, that's a good pickoff. Oh, careful there. Yeah, no, I honestly I do not see this working in any way. This is looking really bad for Lumpy right now. Which is really unfortunate because like I felt like he was in a really good position this game, but he just messed up real bad. Now he's lost all of his Banshees, right? So he's just Hellbat Marine against a lot of Roaches. No stim, no upgrades. Still on 1 base. Yeah, it's GG. All right, great comeback by Rayvar. Holding that two racks Marine a lot better than I think he should have. But you know, well done by him for sure. All right, so Oath takes a point, so it's back to. So what's the score now? It's 2-1. I've been forgetting to update the scoreboard every game, but yeah, so it's a best of 5, and it's currently 2-1 to PsiX. And we're going into again match point for PsiX, so it'll be one more game if Sippy Cup wins this one, because next game is going to be Sippy Cup. I'll try and join the channel because they told me I should have, which makes sense. PsiX NA. All right, so Sippy Cup is up next. One of our better Protoss players. Plays a very different style from me, so he's more of a, I'd say he's more of a Stargate kind of guy in most matchups. He does have some gimmicky stuff though that he does. Like he is very fond of the sell it all in, if I recall correctly, in PvC, and I do think it's going to be a PvC in this game. So yeah. Oh, okay. So Sippy Cup has apparently been disqualified because he's feeling bad. All right, that's too bad. So it's 2-2. All right, so it's 2-2, and then it's gonna be the ace match now, which is, I'm guessing PsiX is gonna revive John. So we're gonna go into a Terran versus the ace player for Oath. And I've got exactly 10, maybe 15 minutes before I need to leave. Hopefully they'll figure it out who's playing and set it up soon. Yeah, so it looks like it's going to be John in the ace match, and then we'll see who is going to be the ace for Oath. All right, so it looks like I'm going to be handing over uh, the reins to the other casters from the other stream, and go get ready for my clan war. So it's been a pleasure, guys. I enjoyed this, even though it was brief and a little bit rushed and quite casual. It was still great. All right. GG's everyone, and good luck to John in the in the ace match.